All right, so we are pre-gaming before we go to Norfolk this evening to interview the one and only Real Big Fish. Now, these guys have been around since the 90s. They started off in high school, evolved from one form to another. They're playing in Norfolk tonight, Saturday. Decided to say, let me see if I can email them, get an interview. Lo and behold, Monday afternoon, they contacted me. Here we are Wednesday, it's happening. I got these questions and all this other bullshit for how to do this interview, and let's face it, I'm going to be shit-faced by the time I get there, and it's going to happen the way that it does. We don't know if we're interviewing them at a bar, we don't know if we're interviewing them on tour bus, I don't know if it's going to be the trumpet player or the fucking lead singer.
For the show tonight?
I'm sorry?
I don't know if you're going to be here for the show tonight.
Well, we were going to talk to you about that, about possibly trying to get some footage of the show tonight, if that was cool with you guys. We're willing to do as much or as little as you will let us do.
Yeah, I'll ask Aaron. He's cool. But I got you on the list plus one with photos.
That's awesome, yeah, because he's got the good camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently we are live right now with one of the trumpet players, Mr. Christmas, and the one and only Aaron Barrett from Real Big Fish. I apologize if I mispronounced your names. We thought you guys were actually going to meet us downstairs in the bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately, well, no, fortunately for us, we went down and pregame. So,
Oh, yeah.
now, you guys have played venues of all shapes and sizes, from large festivals to places like the Norva. Is there any preference, the pros and cons of playing the different types? What do you guys prefer to do? Do you play, festivals or places like the Norva, the Nashville, Metro, and Chicago?
We run the gamut venue-wise. We play everything from playing in front of 60,000 people to playing in front of 60 people. Actually, less than 60. Some of those shows in France.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man, 40 people in the audience. And sometimes those are the best shows.
Yeah, it just depends on the crowd. Like, if there's people that are there to have fun and enjoy themselves, that makes all the difference. It really doesn't matter if it's a huge stadium or small sweaty club.
Yeah.
It's the energy of the people there that makes it fun for us.
Right.
Now, on that note, are there any upcoming dates that you all are, or any venues particularly that when you're on tour, because you've been doing this for so long, I'm assuming you played venue after venue after venue, are there any places that you really look for when you're looking at your itinerary going, oh, we get to play this spot, this is always cool, we always have a good time here? Are there any venues like that come to mind?
This is definitely one of those venues. This place is awesome, the Norva.
Thank you.
A hot tub. It
Right.
has sauna. It has like 10 showers in a row.
Right.
It has all these backstage rooms.
Hey, man, Southern
Catering
hospitality.
room. Stage
I
is
have-
awesome. Sound is awesome.
I've used the shower twice. I've used the jacuzzi once.
Today.
Today.
Well, hey, man, when you're on the road, I know how things like that are, I travel all over the country constantly, so yeah, hot showers, definitely a bonus feature when you're in town, so.
It is nice.
Now, on that note, what is the strangest thing? You've been doing this for 30 years, man.
Yeah.
What's the strangest roadside attraction that you have seen when you pulled over and you've been like, man, what the hell have I gotten myself into? Where am I at? What is this?
There was that gigantic sheep in Australia. You remember that?
What?
There was a huge, 2-story sheep out in the middle of nowhere, and in Australia. I can't remember what town it was, but there was a gift shop in the sheep, and you could buy sheep wool clothing and
World's biggest sheep.
the world's biggest sheep.
It's funny though, because I actually just recently found out that the Ugg boots that you see all these white girls wearing or whatever, those were actually, they started off as surfer boots in Australia because of that. Because when they get out of the water, it's cold as hell down there when they're surfing, and their girlfriends picked it up, and that's how the fashion trend kind of evolved from there. So.
Yeah.
Aaron and I are definitely old enough to see the Ugg boots start when you and I are in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And then they have since come back. So that's pretty wild.
Really being so old that you see old trends from 20, 30 years ago come back.
Right.
Like being style. I remember that when I was in high school.
Ah, yes, but ska never goes out of style.
Right.
That's
Because it was never in style.
Well, that's one of the funny things. It's I went out to see Rainton Dropkick Murphys, and lo and behold, their opening act, The Selector, turns out to be one of my favorite bands, and I had no idea that they were the opening act, and I'm listening, and I'm going, wait a second, are they playing a cover? This is the band.
Right.
Oh my God! Like
Yeah.
instantly, it was up front. But kind of back to the
Love
questions.
selector.
Pauline Black still has her pipes. They're actually getting
Yeah.
ready to go on tour again, and absolutely amazing live show. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, they kind of upstage Rancid Dropkick, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, she's in her 60s and still, like I said, I mean, they're rocking it out, just hungry.
Yeah.
Same thing with you guys. When y'all are playing, you still have that stage presence of this isn't getting boring.
Yeah.
You guys are still having a blast. And I've watched the live videos and it's completely blown my mind. I'm like, God damn, I hope I've got this much energy. Oh, back to the kind of the tour questions though. Because y'all are on the road so much, and I am a food website, is there such thing as a normal breakfast or any type of normal, dietary routine? How do you guys stay kind of on the same side of that? Or is it fast food or whatever you can get your hands on, whenever you can get your hands on it?
I think each person is a little bit different nowadays, especially.
Right.
Like, we do get pizza after show, and like some of the guys eat that.
Right. I try to.
John
hide
goes searching
from
for an omelet early every morning.
that. Right.
If you told me I'd have
6 a.m.
brought my Bunsen burner and everything, man.
I am an omelet aficionado.
I gotta eat my wedge salads every day. That's how I did this.
Ooh.
My guitar finger, I have a really sharp new knife. It's slow motion, just sliced it open.
Now, kind of bonus question, what type of knife are you using?
I was got at a grocery store.
Okay, well, fair enough.
It isn't anything fancy,
Right.
but it sure sliced my finger right in half.
did its job.
But
Now, obviously, I mean, other than your hit beer, you guys are obviously big beer aficionados. I did my research.
Right.
Actually, he helped me do a lot of the research. Have y'all been to any of the local breweries here, such as Smartmouth or Ouzelfidge?
No.
we've
Not yet.
They actually do serve Smartmouth down at the FM Theater. I highly recommend it. I got to give a shout out.
Cool.
A good friend of mine and a follower works down there, and they do some good,
Yeah.
really good craft beers. So got to give some Norfolk love and represent them. So yeah, definitely check out Smartmouth if you guys have a minute
Mental
before the
notes.
show.
Mental notes. Smart.
Yes,
Okay.
Smartmouth, just like me. And I also understand that because y'all are such beer aficionados, you've done collaborations with small craft breweries. Now,
Yeah.
do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to let the fans know? Are you guys going to be doing any more collaborations, or is there anything in the future for you guys for that?
nothing right now. We have a new album coming out, but
Which is going to be awesome. When is that coming out? By
Let's
the
talk
way?
about beer still.
December 21st.
yeah, December 21st, new album.
Very nice.
So yeah, first one in 6 years.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah, very
No.
excited.
Because I'm kind of surprised that I was actually getting to interview you. That was one of my big questions because I, former guitar player myself. What is your go-to instrument when you're in the writing process, when you're at home? What's the one guitar, because I'm assuming you probably have a nice little arsenal that you go to when you want to start writing new music, and how is your creative setup?
Tell them the truth.
Yeah, be honest.
Yeah.
I don't even have a guitar in my house.
That's punk as ever. What the hell? How is that possible then?
I don't know. When I write songs, I just think of them. It's like all in my head. So, and I figure if I can't remember it, then it's not good, catchy enough. To me, it's
Right.
No,
so
I,
once I have all these ideas in my head, and once they all come together into a full song, then I'll go and try and figure it out on guitar.
Right.
very.
So,
It's funny.
but
'cause I-
my mother-in-law's house is my wife's old guitar from when she was a teenager. I kind of pick that one up every once in a while, like mess around with it. That's when I wrote Walter's song, Walter's High Life.
Is it acoustic or is it electric?
It's an electric. It's like a, oh, what is it? It's a Stratocaster, but it's got that splatter paint thing.
Ooh.
I don't know. There's some early 2000s
Nice.
Splattercaster.
Splattercaster.
Now, has the writing process, I mean, God help me, I'm sorry, I know this is a cliche question, but has the writing process obviously changed for you since, you've been doing this since you were in high school? How has it changed for you over the years when you're, developing new material? And how do you keep it fresh, more or less? I mean, ska is ska, but you got to keep the audience interested.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same. I gotta make up like 90% of it, and then I'll bring it in. Like, here, what do you guys have to add to this?
Right. It was interesting the way that we did it this time.
Yeah.
Because we recorded demos first.
Actually, the last two records we made demos.
Right.
The demos on the other one.
Right.
The last Candy Coated Fury was a little more finished demos.
Okay.
I kind of did like guitar and vocal parts, and then I kind of brought in each person, like have them add something to it. Then this time, I made demos myself, kind of.
Yeah.
Just played really simplified bass lines and simple drum machine things and stuff. And then gave it to everybody, and then we came in and we practiced on for a couple days.
Right.
Worked it all out.
And then we went away and wrote.
Went away, forgot everything.
Forgot everything. And wrote horn parts of things that
Yeah.
that needed horn parts on it. It was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very cool. So, you know, this may be kind of a hard metaphor to get off. You're obviously the only original member of the band. Now, in terms of a kitchen, it seems like you're the executive chef, and you've been working with some amazingly talented guys. Obviously,
Yeah.
I know who you are as a horn player. You work with I believe it's the Forces of Evil.
Right.
Yeah, so do you feel like you're kind of guiding the rest of this band as far as like this is Real Big Fish, but you're still giving everybody the creative ability to shine and do what they do? You know,
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
assembling great guys and letting them be musicians.
Yeah, I like to let everybody have put their own personality into the show, into the music too.
All right, now kind of back to the food questions. Obviously, y'all are on the road a lot. When you go back home, is there a favorite restaurant that you have that immediately is like, this is home, this is where I want to go to, this is comfort food for me?
There's a place where I live called Sushi Laguna in Laguna Beach.
Okay.
Dog friendly. Walter loves their sashimi.
Ooh.
And what
But
about
yeah, I mean
you?
that's just I love sushi, so we're there once a week at least when we're at home.
Right.
How about you?
I'm definitely cook at home, and I know you guys are too. But I've been out and eating out so much out on the road that I want to stay home and I want to cook.
Very nice, very nice. Now, another question to follow up with that. Holidays are coming up. We just got through Thanksgiving, thank goodness. Got Christmas coming up. What is your favorite holiday dessert?
What's my favorite holiday dessert?
I really like the Tres Leches birthday cake. Tres Leches, just it's
You can't ever go wrong with that, man.
right because it's not too sweet, but really, really rich, but not too sweet.
I like fruitcake, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's not very popular anymore, but I think it's really good.
Hey, man, that's what honesty is for, man. No, I mean, some people dig it, some people don't. I'm Scottish, man. Same thing with the bagpipes. So.
Right.
Now, I know this, for me at least, changes moment by moment, day by day, but is there any artist, specifically non-musically, that has really influenced you or you're really digging on right now?
Non-musical?
Yeah.
Well, I always was a big fan of comedy.
Okay.
Especially when I was young, I loved Steve Martin's comedy stuff and Robin Williams. And Bill Cosby, way back when, before he was a villain that he is now.
I actually got to see him in Oakland a couple of years ago,
I
so.
used to love Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
But,
Great artist too.
And
yeah, I was a big part of, I guess, like our show and live show and stuff. I try to be funny, I try to make it like entertainment instead of just, here's the next song, it's called this. Like, for some reason, since I was a fan of stand-up comedy, I always am compelled to like make jokes and gags and bits in between songs instead of just, I wrote this one back when I was
Right.
feeling this
now,
way.
now,
And
speaking
blah, blah,
of comedy, I'll be perfectly honest with you. We were surprised. We were watching a bunch of other stuff. We were surprised that we were able to interview with you. Now, part of the reason we even asked for management for this interview is we were actually watching basketball last Thursday night, and my buddy is a huge fan. Obviously, I am too. Troy Parker, man.
Oh yeah.
He actually was about to bring his DVD copy of it and then said, no, we're probably not going to be able to interview these guys like this. So he was going to bring it to have you autograph it, but he didn't. So, oh,
Next
Two-
time.
we are.
Yeah. Oh no! Anytime you guys are here, I'll be here. Don't worry.
oh yeah, no, and we would love to cook for you next time, or I'd love to cook for you. Don't film it. Oh, To close off the interview, can you give us, my fans, a quick, brief recipe that you guys make when you guys go home? Like, you obviously said, Mr. Christmas, that you cook a lot when you're home. Just something quick and simple for my fans.
Go-to omelet recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
Go-to omelet recipe? Well, actually, my other favorite breakfast food is oatmeal.
Okay.
And so I will give you my
Give us your famous oatmeal recipe.
Dude,
most
hey.
famous oatmeal recipe. So I take just the Quaker oats and put in a cup of Quaker oats with 1 3/4 cup water and let it cook. And then I add a tablespoon of peanut butter, creamy peanut butter, not chunky peanut butter, creamy peanut butter. I put apples in it and put the apples in halfway through the 5-minute cooking process, so they still have a little bit of crunch. Cinnamon, and I put 4 Splendas in it, because Splendas hold up to the heat, and it'll still be sweet, and it doesn't have any sugar. So that's my Johnny Christmas world famous oatmeal recipe.
Julie noted.
All my recipes, I don't know any. My wife knows them all, and she's a good cook, and she's telling me what to do. So cut this up, okay. Okay, put that in there now. Okay. Like, I never dreamed I'd be making like my own spaghetti sauce from scratch and like doing all this. Made what do you call them? Yuckies, no cheese.
No
However you say it.
Yes, I can't pronounce it, but they're delicious.
Yeah, I made those. I made pierogies from scratch.
Pierogies?
Nice.
Oh,
I couldn't tell you how, but she just told me what to do. I'm like, all right, do this.
Well, we see you the brains of the
So I
oven.
enjoy cooking, but I don't know what I'm doing.
right. The finest
I'm
Polish
just following her directions.
Well, guys, I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you so much for this,
you.
man. It's been
Thank
lock
you.
in there.
Well, that's right. Hey,
That's right. That's a good boy. That's what you're supposed to do.
Here,
Please fight him. Please fight him.
Dick.
Not bite.
No, I have so
It
many
wouldn't be the
pictures.
first. I mean, it wouldn't be the first
My
time.
dog
I've
has
bitten
bit
my
him so
dog.
many times that he deserves it. No.
She doesn't have many teeth, so.
Right, it would hurt.
We don't. I definitely do not want to do that.
That's just a second.
Never will.
this real big fish shit off
You did a
tonight.
really good interview. It was actually real fun.
We did a really good interview because let's face it, if you hadn't done the research and like actually looked up videos with them, I would ask them the same old bullshit questions and they probably would have fucking rolled it. I mean,
Everybody else was just coming up with questions real fast and excuse to, oh shit, let's ask.
I'm a fanboy.
Let's ask a fucking musician the same questions musicians always get asked. Like, that's bullshit. Like,
I am way fucking drunker than I planned on being, taking a piss, getting ready to go meet the fucking band right now. Fuck me. 2 beers or ciders and a shot of Fireball.